국제화.
Internationalizzazione.
Internationalisation.
In MRU, there is the opportunity to study French for free with this collaboration with the Francophone Institute of Vilnius. And for this reason, when I arrived in Vilnius in MRU, I decided to start this course. And I did it in the first and the second semester. It was really nice. Also, the teacher, they were doing an internship because of their international project in MRU. During the lecture, we agreed with our teachers which was the best way to do the lecture. So, for example, we had grammar part in which we had to complete exercise, make some homework, but at the same time we had also nice way to do the lesson. For example, we had to learn some songs and then sing it all together, or we had to speak about famous French person in the history, or about the mode, or about the cinema. And it was nice because we could decide all together how was the best way for us to study. And with the teacher, we started to sing these songs and to understand all the lyrics. And it was a nice way to learn French, not always the basic rules. We study grammar, of course, but at the same time, we try to find a way to keep the memory better. And this was the best way that we decided together.
Korean King Sejong Institute in the Vilnius here. Anyone who are interested in about Korean language and Korean culture, they can learn Korean languages and also Korean culture. On average, we are prepared for Korean culture events, various Korean culture events, for example, making Korean traditional food like kimchi making. And also we are inviting some specialized lecturer, Korean culture lecturers. So we have a chance to hear about their voices by specialized lectures. We have many online communities, and also we are usually using some Facebook online SNS. For example, not only for Facebook, but also we have Instagram, and for this year we are opening some TikTok, so we can communicate each other by many SNS, and if they are interested in something, then we can also answer for each other, and helpful and very supportive for learning Korean and Korean languages, and not only for languages, but I mean the Korean culture too. So, and in general, in regular courses and regular semester, is mostly almost 300 students are now studying here courses, and not only for regular courses and regular semester, but in vacation, for example, summer and winter, we have also special courses and special semester we have. So you can learn them very easily to Korean languages from very basic to intermediate. So we have also eight levels in courses, so they can learn many things from here. They can learn for free, and we don't have any paid about anything, any courses. So yes, and we don't also care about any ages and no conditions. Yes.
We show movies, we organize poetry and literature evenings, conferences, and also thematics evenings. Our activities are open to everyone, to students, but also on the whole to the university community.
The most challenging thing for me in Lithuania and in Vilnius at the beginning was the contact with the people, especially with not young people. because of the problem with the language. And when I went, like for example, to do the shopping in the supermarket and I need to find something, because of course the products here are different from my country, so I need to find something, it was really difficult to explain. I had to use an example or moving my hand or try to sign or indicate something. But at the end, like with the time, I start to learn also some words in Lithuanian, because I thought that was really important at least to be nice. So to say ačiū or to say prašom, and also learn some word, some food word in Lithuanian to be like to have less problem. But then, like after 1 month, we start to meet a lot of Lithuanian person, young guys and girls, and in the English is really like quite spoken. And so was nice. Just like at the beginning it was strange, but then with the time you can get used and they can get used to you.
Speaking of that here life, I really want to say, to be honest, it's very easy. So somehow I didn't feel like I'm foreigner, because especially I usually work in here MRU, so I really work and communicate with the MRU workers and colleagues, and they are very supportive and many things helpful to me and very hospitable. And somehow they feel like very friendly relationship with each other in here. So I really easily to adjust here in life, in workspace also, as well as in normal life in here, because they really supportive, helpful to here, and very welcoming actually for me. So somehow this question for me is really somehow a little weird for me, because I didn't feel like I'm foreigner. So that's why I want to say it's really good image for me here in Lithuania.